like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. An option handoff given to Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Connor going to get it again on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 133 yards. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's Mostert, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 8. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, Connor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Here we go now on 1st and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Eric Armstead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Lance, a give now to Sermon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Sermon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And they'll run with Sermon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that whole line, they've got to protect it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Murray trying again after the pick 6. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now Lance. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Sermon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a handoff. Sermon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Here's Sermon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Sermon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and very short, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here's Sermon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
94 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Murray now on 1st down. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Murray now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.